Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy. Today I wanted to do a reading for the collective. So I hope you're all enjoying the new year, the first week of the new year. Um, so I was shuffling the cards and this is what the message is so going to be surrounding, okay? And before we get into the message that we're going to get into, little backdrop is that initially I was inclined to come and focus on who the enemy is, and like for some reason, it was like this curiosity to discover who this culprit enemy supposedly is, right? And not to undermine or dismiss anyone who's dealing with a nemesis of some sort. However, as I was taking notes today, the concept of create with light or feed the chaos came through. And I posted it, but actually you can't really see it, so it doesn't matter. Let me just describe what I can. Um, you can create the portal of light. In other words, a clear canvas and open yourself up to a reality that inspires and grows and feels wonderful to you and it's your heaven. Or you can feed the chaos, which is the impending fear that sits there waiting for you to have a moment of weakness, to start attaching itself to you and building upon a storyline that is not to your advantage based on your fears that you choose to feed. So you can feed, you can attach yourself to any fear and then find any way to justify, because the story that gets created around that idea, if it has enough of traction, is going to get your attention more than your time that you can spend looking into that portal of light, that clear light. Okay, and by that I mean it's imagine just looking into a clear sky versus looking into a small little cloud and then wondering when the thunder is going to come through and what that little cloud means and how dark can it, you know what I mean? Like you can choose to lighten up and focus on something beautiful, something that you want to experience. In other words, if you're going to plan your day, you can plan it around that feeling, that light creative space. You can look at it through that lens, or you can go ahead and feed that small little cloud and start realizing that it's going to trickle into your day. It's going to create this theme for your day. And anywho, so it takes discipline, and some would say that it could be maybe childish or creating illusions in your head. But that is what you're doing. You are creating an illusion in your head. But the illusion in your head that you're creating is based on what you know you want to experience, is based on the vibration you rather live on the regular. And once you become habitually, magnetically driven towards that, it only keeps pulling you into it. You know what I mean? You get pulled into a better path than if you, because it's easy for us to attach ourselves to things that call us, right? But sometimes things that call our attention are things that trigger fear or trigger us to act or to focus on something that we don't actually want to focus on. And it's not, oh, let me dismiss because it's not about let me dismiss it, but it should let you know either why do you focus on it so much, or why do you resist it so much? Because if you're resisting it out of fear, it's the fear itself you're resisting. And if you're attracted to the fear, it's like you can't help yourself. It's like an addiction to the worst case scenario, or an addiction to the worst possible. Like people can get to that point, and it's not by choice a lot of times. It's just by unconscious habit of an unresolved fear. So once you become aware, why do I always gravitate toward those thoughts that worry me? And then it can be justified. Well, of course, I would be worried if I can't eat tomorrow. People will argue that and feel very like defensive and actually get angry that they're justified in worrying about whether or not they can eat tomorrow. And I'm not discrediting that it's a valid survival, concept. But the point is to get out of survival. So let's imagine not being in survival. And right here and right now, are you starving? Right here, right now, can you eat? You know what I mean? Like, you have this to eat right now. Yes? Yes. Okay. So if you're here and you have this to eat right now, you're not starving here and now. We can let go of tomorrow's problem for 10 minutes here of let just that not being a thing. And and then focusing on how wonderful this meal is, amplifying this greatness, amplifying this abundance here and now, versus investing in tomorrow's lack. So I know that sounds basic, and it is very basic, but the emotional work of letting go of a genuine fear is, again, I think I've said this before, it's like the little kid on a rope on a very shallow side of the ocean, freaking out with, parents on both ends, but freaking out because he can't touch the ground. His feet are really like high up. He's holding onto the rope for dear life. He thinks he's gonna drown. And the parents are like, just put your feet down. He can't even hear what they're saying. He can't make logic of what they're saying because he's so focused on the future event of what he believes or fears is going to occur. He cannot be here and now listening to the logic of there's nothing to fear. If you put your feet down, you'll realize that the water is really low. But to get through that reactiveness in the moment is the key. Anywho, so what I realized I wanted to focus on the enemy at some point. Like let's let's really get the details of who this enemy is and whatnot. And then it's like, wait, the enemy always comes back to your perspective. I don't have an enemy. Society might say that there's an enemy out there that's doing this or doing that, or but here and now, I know who's with me and I know who's not for me, and who's not for me is not around me. So whoever, you know what I mean? Like it's like, okay, so if that's my knowing, why would I give up my knowing for someone else's guessing, someone else's point of view of their reality that has nothing to do with me? Why feed that chaos when I have this knowing? Just doesn't make sense. So, moving forward. This was notes that I took on January 1st. I don't think I did. Did I do my reading? I don't think I did. I don't know. I don't remember. But these songs had come through. And it was so interesting because, oh, yes, the energy felt so powerful. in the sense of like the senses in itself felt like a clean, everything felt like a clean slate. So taste felt new. Um, Hearing things felt new. Seeing things felt new. Like everything felt anew. The song Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, which I've been listening to for eons, right since the song came out. And I love back then, it was like my perception of it was, my goodness, it's a very toxic song. I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me can have a bad romance. I want your love, and all your lovers' revenge. You and me can have a bad romance. And then she's like, I want your psycho, your vertical stick. Want you in my room when your baby is sick. I want your love. Now, okay, so those lyrics sound really toxic. Like, oh my gosh, she's so toxic. She wants you in her room when you're a baby. Like you're supposed to, put your baby first. And obviously, if your baby's sick, take care of your baby. Like, okay, obviously nobody's really thinking of it that deep, right? But here's the thing. When I heard it this time around, it was almost like such a desperate love. But the way was she was it's like behind those words was a deeper love that you got to get through the threshold of crazy, of chaos, to truly appreciate how much how much through the fire you would go for love, for someone you truly love. In other words, I want your love and I want your revenge. You and me can have a bad romance. Like your chaos is better than anyone else's heaven at this point. This is the feeling between the divine masculine and divine feminine. It's almost like a toxic acceptance in love, or maybe accepting, the reality. Everyone has toxic traits. Everyone has a dark side. Everyone has their chaos. But some chaos is worth enduring for certain love. And and it doesn't have the ill impact from a space of love. There's a difference when there's fear involved and maliciousness, intention, and all of that stuff. But anyway, I don't know why you went there, but Bad Romance, it has such a delicious, desperate love for this energy. It was like she was describing how she wants his everything, basically. And that was as crazy of analogies as she can come up with. You know what I mean? Like, I want you in my room when your baby is sick. That sounds so selfish, yet so exhilarating in terms of like how 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 selfish do I have to become to express how much I want your love kind of energy. Like, I don't even care how bad it sounds. That's where she was at in that song, and it just felt delicious. I don't know. Maybe that's just my cray cray. Teddy Swims is another song that I listened to. Now, again, these are songs that I've heard before, and I had like my own little, like the Teddy Swims song. I love his tone, his sound. It's so empowering. Like his voice, just powerful, right? But I never really, really sat with the lyrics. And this was his emotional tone was another one of like the he that feeling of him losing control, because that's the song, I Lose Control. But how he describes it, it's like you can almost taste it. It's so real in terms of the emotional texture. And if you can really put yourself in that space, and it's not let me put myself in those shoes, it's you hear those lyrics resonate with that feeling that you've experienced. And it's like words being put to what you have felt in this connection. Um, and then there was another one called, which again, the song I had heard, and I probably never really listened to the lyrics, but it was Linkin Park, Breaking the Habit. And I think, I don't know how I got this far. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on. There's I'm breaking the habit tonight. Hold on, I'm trying to think of what the concept of the whole what habit he's breaking. Hold on. Oh, damn it. Oh, that thought, folks. Now I have to. I just have to. Breaking the habits. It's called Breaking the Habit. Okay, yeah, yeah. Breaking the Habit. Lincoln Park. Memories consume like opening the wound. I'm picking me apart again. You all assume I'm safe here in my room unless I try to start again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for or why I have to scream. I don't know why I instigate and say what I don't mean. I don't know how I got this way. I know it's not all right. So I'm breaking the habit. I'm breaking the habit tonight. Clutching my cure, I tightly locked the door. I tried to catch my breath again. I hurt much more than any time before. I had no options left again. I don't want to be the one the battles always choose, 'cause inside I realize that I'm the one confused. I don't know what's worth fighting for. Okay, I'll paint it on the walls, 'cause I'm the one at fault. I'll never fight again, and this is how it ends. Hmm. I don't know what's worth fighting for or why I have to scream, but now I have some clarity to show you what I mean. I don't know how I got this way. I'll never be all right, so I'm breaking the habit tonight. All right. Well, hearing that, it was like that's what I got from that was the desperation of wanting to change. Like and it could be just that, a negative thinking pattern that just like goes on like and it's like no, like I don't want to focus on that shit. And then the more you stop focusing on whatever negative thinking patterns are trying to like consume your mental mind state, you have to be disciplined enough to say no and then take the time to sit with the silence of creating the love vision or the positive experience you rather have. So the number 444 also came along and that was on the first. So today's energies that I saw, and this was no external influences. This was just silent meditation. And what came through was Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely. It's a song by the Backstreet Boys. Um, so many words for the broken heart. It's hard to see in a distant love. It's hard to breathe. Walk with me. Um, observe the trends. They never show me the meaning of being lonely. Is this the feeling I need to walk with? Tell me why I can't be there where you are. There's something missing in my heart. That makes me sad. There's nowhere to run. I have no place to go. Surrender my heart. body and soul. How can it be you're asking me to feel things you never show? Oh, oh, oh. Dun, 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 dun. All right. You are missing in my heart. Okay, tell me why. Okay, stop it. Show me the meaning of being lonely. Is this the feeling? No. I need to walk in. Tell me why I can't be there when you are. There's something missing in my heart. Right. Then there's the hamster wheel versus flowing with life. This came through, and this I got an example of the the transition between boot camp and civilian life. The hamster wheel, like when you're in boot camp, you expect the hamster wheel, meaning you are just taken by the day. You're just like you're like on automatic, so to speak, right? You're just doing whatever. Like you're not thinking for yourself, you're not being for yourself. You're just doing whatever it is you're being told to do, like a fucking robot. But there's a reason for that. It's can you relinquish control and follow the instructions you're listening to and just instinct and learn how to do things on automatic so that even when chaos comes through, when real life, in other words, when you're out there in real battlefields, so to speak, you are prepared to deal with things in a calm manner, in a matter of fact manner, just get things done that have to get done. Focus on what you can do, what you're responsible to do, what is your space to do in order to protect your space and bring calm back into your environment, into your land, all right? So, when I was in boot camp, to me, that adrenaline rush and that kind of chaos that they put you under, the lack of sleep and all of that, and to me, that kind of hamster wheel, like being on no sleep, being sleep deprived and being so um like energy is really on a high alert. The only reason you can tolerate it is because you know there's an end goal. The end goal will justify going through that. And there's a certain kind of like challenge to can I handle these challenges? Can I manage like where do I rank amongst my peers, so to speak, in terms of how well can I handle this kind of pressure or this kind of um whatever, yeah, responsibility. So mentally you can cope with that and then go back into restoration when it's all said and done. You graduate, whatever, and then you're off to your regular supposed day-to-day job and within the military. But now here's what when I say versus flowing with life, when you get done with that, if you don't know how to de-escalate the high alert in your own nervous system from that kind of habit, you become deregulated some ways in your day to day because you can do it short term, but long term as a way of life, to wake up every day on that clock and feeling that pressure of life or death, sort of speak, of it's a sort of like anxiety bubble that you live in if you live in that in the way that you were in boot camp throughout your military career or in just your life in civilian world. But there's something to be said about, where was I? Flowing with life. So yeah, noticing that how uptight we can be like on that hamster wheel and knowing when to get off of it, knowing when it's affecting your system. Because okay, and when I said the verses, what I mean is when you're actually flowing with life, you're on your terms, sort of. It's almost like on your terms. It's like any kind of hamster wheel that you do in your day today is a choice at this point. It's a choice to go through this hustle and bustle because I'm doing it for this purpose, I'm doing it for this reason, and the result is good for me. The result is good for me. When you see the result is good for you, you do those things. When the result is not good for you, you don't. So, like, you can wake up at 4 in the morning to go work out because you're noticing that the results make you feel great. You're waking up every day much better, or whatever the case may be, right? But if you're doing that and it's taking you off balance everywhere else, you're late to work, you're getting into arguments with your partner, your kids are bitching because you can't take care of them. If that has to occur just so that you can get that time in, there's an imbalance there. Now you might not be able to do 4 in the morning. You might have to do 10 p.m. You might have to do 12 in the afternoon. You have to create the schedule around where it makes it work for you, not where it could be the same thing. Oh, okay, I'm still gonna do this, but now I got to do it during. It's like a compromise with your time. But is it working for you or working against you? Because there's nothing worse than waking up every day like on automatic, okay? Automatic and letting the day just, and then boom, you're in bed. And the next day, boom, and then you're just in bed. And it's like you get to bed and you're just like done. You can't do or be anything else because you're done. Your day is exhausted. You've been on the run all day. That's not normal. And a lot of people live like that. I've known people like that, like they can't even have a conversation without having like 20 conversations. And then it's like, okay, the quieter you are, the more gets, you know? And it's like you gotta let them like decompress a little bit. But I don't even know why I'm telling y'all this. And why did I say y'all? I swear I hate that word. No offense to anybody that says y'all. Truly, I detest y'all. I might say it as like a joke. Y'alls. But I don't actually like saying y'all. I think I just don't. I might say you folks. Sounds no better. Oh my God, how funny. And then the next thing um if you know something, say something. As directly and clearly to whom it matters. All right, why did that come through? Okay. Yeah, if you know something, please say something. I think that people tend to, oh, okay, I know exactly why. Those were like, that was coming from the enemy thing, which is like, this is to me, if you can tell someone something negative that you know in regards to them that they don't know about themselves or that they don't know is going on around them, a lot of people will not do that. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna just mind my business. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna, because then I'm the bad guy." And yes, that tends to be kind of true. Nobody wants to be the bearer of bad news. Nobody, 'cause the reactions of people get displaced and take it out on you when the person they should be mad at is whatever the what you're being told about. However, people manipulate and all that other stuff. However, I find it hard to believe that someone has good intentions for me by keeping something from me that they know I should know. If somebody that claims to love me knows something going on that I don't know, and it's not good for me, like somebody's doing something behind my back or somebody's, you know what I mean? Like if somebody knows something about me like that and they choose not to tell me, I would really doubt that that person cares about me. Simply because when you care about someone, you want them to be protected. So you let them know what's going on. And yes, that person, or like by saying so, you might hurt them. They're going to be hurt because you obviously don't want to say something because you know it's hurtful. But the truth always comes through at some point. So better to be the one to have served an ugly truth than to be the one that delivered a pretty lie. Hmm. Excusez-moi. Speak freely because really, who cares? Like for real, who cares? Nobody really cares. So what is all the cover up and don't tell, don't ask, don't tell kind of mindset? All right, let's get over that shit. Moving forward, this is the current energies. Let's talk about it. Candlelight intimacy, two peas in a pod. This song, Today I Desire You, and joining and merging union. So you and your divine counterpart are like two peas in a pod in the sense that you just fit perfectly well together, okay? And this person is truly desiring to be with you at this time. The desire to come into union, the desire to merge, to become one in a way like a blending. There's Can We Talk was at the bottom of the deck when these cards came out. So candlelight intimacy is more of just wanting to spend more time alone with you as opposed to, let's say, with the whole family or with the friends, or if this is a work situation with the other coworkers. This is like I just want time alone, just us, just to connect the two of us and um like merge, having the space to just merge the energies together in a really like passionate way. Trying to think of the lyrics here again. Someone said, someone left without saying goodbye, and someone had to watch someone leave. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. So there is some instability, whether it's at home or at work, or when it comes to the creativity. There's some kind of unstable situation. Maybe somebody's more focused on what they're working on, just keeping their head low and focusing on making their money, focusing on building whatever they're building, that they don't notice that something in the home maybe, or there's something being uprooted in a sort of way. We have a Queen of Wands here. Someone seems to be working towards a Queen of Wands. This person may have left or uprooted from their home to focus on building or working for this Queen of Wands. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We have the Magician energy here. This Queen of Wands is powerful, or this Queen of Wands has uh, the ability to create. There's someone that wasn't able to move away or walk away from this love connection. I think that this, all right, so we have a masculine here that maybe walked away from a family situation in order to focus on building a stable, um, so they're building something long term, okay? And I feel like they're doing this for their Queen of Wands. Their Queen of Wands has manifested um, this union in some way, the joining, the merging, or is being given the power or the gift to create whatever's on their mind or whatever they want to create. This is having the resources to create whatever she wants. And perhaps that is why this person laid low and couldn't walk away. But I'm also feeling like there was either no intention of walking away because this is a true union of love. I think that this masculine at some point might have felt like a page of wands, a younger fire sign, but they don't feel that way anymore. Or maybe they felt like they lacked creativity, or they felt like they lacked energy, or they felt like they lacked um, passion, even. So they lay low and just kept building. But there is a truth that is coming through this Queen of Wands. We have a, could be a Leo that's maybe either out of control or maybe not at their best. But I feel like this Queen of Wands has the power to change the situation without any conflict or without any confusion. Perhaps this masculine is a Leo, could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or like I said, another fire sign, Aries, Leo. And I'm getting strong Leo, Sagittarius also. So, anywho, I feel like the masculine walked away from uns unstable home of some sort in order to be connected to their divine counterpart. They focused on building because they might have felt in some ways inadequate, but they focused on what they could do, and what they could do is build. What they can do is create valuable things, or they create value in some way. This person knows how to like really hustle, or they know how, they just make that money. They just make that money is all I hear right now. I don't know how, but they do. Um, and the Queen of Wands is just sitting there, able to see the truth very clearly, very intuitively, very much just sitting in her throne, able to foresee any off balance or any I feel like this strength card in reverse is that she does have the power to help people that have lost their strength, that have lost their will, that have lost their power, that have lost their higher wisdom. She has the power to help them transform that. That's why they were not able to disconnect from this connection. That's why the masculine was willing to put in the work because he knows that she's able to do this without conflict. In other words, the healing that this Queen of Wands can do is not to cause mental anguish, is to release people from the conflict of their confusion or their ignorance of some sort, what they can't really communicate or what they can't really say or see. But there's someone that's not very happy about this connection. Could be a Sagittarius that is doing some healing work. They might be feeling some ways. Um, they're going through their healing journey. So while this masculine is going through this with you, Divine Feminine, there's an individual that's not very happy about it because they have to do their own healing work. Divine Feminine, the truth is that you are truly happy, you are truly content, and you have been bestowed a very happy life, a very happy family life. This masculine has hmm, worked diligently. Ooh, do you hear that? This person does not like, or these people, this person. I mean, I know this girl that I used to work with used to say, jealousy will get you nowhere. Anybody would say anything to her about anything. That was her little, uh, thing to say to people. Jealousy will get you nowhere. Why are they being so loud? So yeah, jealousy will get them nowhere. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, you're being led by spirit, divine feminine. Can't help what you do. Yeah, your truth that you speak or the truth that you're bringing, um, or that spirit is charged you with is to dispel any mis misconceptions or any illusions. The high priestess in reverse is a manipulative individual that will confuse you and put you in illusions of fear and doubt and darkness and try to keep you there stuck in some kind of like loop of emotional uncertainty. Everything you think is real is fake, and everything that is fake, you're unsure if it's real. Like there's that very illusion illusory kind of energy, very confused, almost kind of like being drugged. Um, so be very cautious. Well, actually, I don't have to even say that. I think they're aware. Whoever is whoever's doing this healing work now, they are aware, that there is some sort of discontentment with your union. There that that this person was willing to work towards building for your vision, building for your creative um, gifts to manifest because they saw that what you were speaking was true and because they want to love you, because they want to be happy with you, because you make them happy. There is they love your ability of being able not just to control your chaos in some ways, but you understand it and you can help others understand it as well. They know that you're not caught up in you don't get caught up in word play when people try to create, arguments that are empty. It doesn't work on you. And these people that try to create illusion, try to like cover your ability to see clearly, to try to affect your ability to see beyond the veil. Can't make it up. These people are really feeling left out now. They're feeling really bad because they're lacking in some ways. This is the masculine showing up right next to the Queen of Wands as like it's, he's looking directly at these people. These are the people from his past that he left behind. It's like he put in all this work to be by your side. And when he looks back, he sees what he left behind. And now these people are trying to like grovel at his feet. Oh, please, sire, please, just a little bit of credit. I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at my interpretation. Okay. Yeah, he's supporting you as a Queen of Wands. He's your rock, Divine Feminine. At one point, though, when he was in this environment, he was he knew he was either he knew he was a page next to you as a Queen of Wands, and that's why he laid low and built the way he did. Because he knew he wasn't supposed to be a page. It's almost like he realized he was stunted by these individuals. But look, it's like it's like when he did this, he snapped out. As much as he was supporting you, it was empowering him, growing him, building himself. He was building himself into this king of wands. So there is some expectation here of some kind of reward. There's an expectation of a reward. I don't know if this is what's happening behind the King of Wands back, that there's someone waiting for him to like offer them something, or if this is, or if the King of, hold on, excusez-moi. Oh, that was good. Okay. I don't know if the King of Wands, like in the back of his mind, he's waiting for some kind of offer, or if this is people behind his back expecting an offer from him. Well, hold on. Hallelujah. Okay. So the King of Wands let go of a karmic connection to this to these people. I see an older person and I see a younger individual. Like, I don't want to say handicapped, but could be that they're dealing with somebody that's limited in some way. And they're also dealing with someone that is maybe older and unable to care for themselves. But I see that the karmic connection has been let go of. This masculine is focused on becoming a King of Pentacles, or he embodies the King of Pentacles energy as a King of Wands. Because remember, we said he was building. He built his character, but he also built his stability. We could also be dealing with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn masculine. Hold on, I have to sneeze again. Oh Lord, have some mercy. I'm so forget it. I had to psych myself out and said, no, never mind. I knew that if I kept trying to focus on I want to sneeze, my body would be like, nah, we're not gonna let you have it. I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. Yeah, this master is trying to become this, or not trying to become, excusez-moi, my bad, sorry. He was like, excuse me? No, I am a King of Pentacles. I am a King of Wands. He's stable fire, and he sees everything very clearly and upright. Ooh, that brings me to something else. I wanted to talk about something real quick. My firstborn was a breech child, my son. Uh, in other words, babies when they're born are supposed to be born head down and inward towards the mother's spine. Look, you know what I mean? That's the healthy way a baby is supposed to be born. My son was sitting up facing out. Completely opposite, yet completely upright. So it's like the hanged man is right there standing upright. Card is in reverse because technically the card implies that he's supposed to be this way, right? This is how he's supposed to be in the world, but he's like this in the world. So even though the world thinks he's supposed to be like this, or maybe the world wants him to be like this, he's like this. No, you think you have me tied up and trapped. You think I'm hanging, but no, I'm just standing here chilling and I see exactly what's ahead. I'm enlightened. I know what I see. I know what's out there. I'm just tiptoeing here. Like I'm just leaning against this tree here, pretending to be stuck. Meanwhile, all I'm doing is stretching, ah, stretching and watching, stretching, watching, and expecting. Now, this is a different expectation than this one. This one feels like, you know, not having like maybe when I said the King of Wands had people behind him, like expecting maybe a reward of some sort, of expecting some kind of like payback or something. It was almost like they're willing to let go of whatever they have if whatever he's offering is better. So they're not, whatever they got going on is not that serious or that important to them, that whatever they have, they'll willingly let it go for what the king, for this masculine to offer them. Now, in this case, the masculine has conquered the world that he's already familiar with. He's conquered his inner realm, he's conquered his external realm. Now what? Now what? Where do I go from here? And that's the difference between how the masculine uh, moves forward and how these individuals behind him move forward. Because whatever the masculine let go of, he knew he made it. It was a conscious choice. But these people letting go of, they're not. They don't even know what they have. They don't even know what they offer. They don't. They don't. They're not. They're not there. But the masculine knows. It's like he knows what he's had to overcome. He knows what he created. He knows what he has to offer. He knows who he is. He's in balance. You see the red and white rose, purity and passion. It's almost like he has a solid knowing of 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 maybe what he's expecting because he's creating it. Whereas these folks had no like reflection. They just so happened to have obtained things, but whatever they have, they'll easily let it go for something else that's shinier or something different, but really kind of like in a chaotic way, not knowing how to maintain their stability. The Knight of Cups, we have a water sign here. Younger masculine energy might want to offer you some kind of affection here. Divine Feminine could be Cancer, Scorpio, or a Pisces. They're coming with some kind of genuine offer. Okay, I see. They don't want to lie to you anymore. They know they got away with some kind of lie. They got away with not telling the truth. And it had to do maybe with a third party. Third party situation is over. They might have involved people to help them lie to you, to help them get away with something when it comes to you. This is someone from your past, could have been a karmic connection you were involved in, Divine Feminine. But this masculine still hasn't really grown up to be the King of Cups, is showing up as a Knight of Cups. So still very much in a player energy, but that at least sincere because you walked away from them, okay? And they know that it has to do with, that they lied. So they did not get a victory over you and they know it. So now they want to apologize, it seems. See, they know they're not going to be this King of Cups, or they know that they're not. They know that maybe they were trying to be, but they weren't acting that way. It's almost like they failed themselves. They know that they failed themselves, and that's why they're coming to offer you some kind of like they want to offer you a truth here. And the truth is they know that they didn't do right by you. They know that they lacked emotional maturity, or that they lacked protecting you emotionally as they were supposed to, because they weren't healed. And they know they put you in this Five of Cups energy, which was to be, depressed and stuck emotionally, but you got out of it. They haven't been able to let it go. They haven't been able to let it go. So let's see if we can get an outcome here. Let's see what we can expect. Um, in the next, I don't know, 2 weeks or so. No, probably sooner. But moving forward, what can we expect moving forward? Here's your masculine, King of Pentacles, family, marriage, happiness, happy family life, contentment, blessed, no conflict, no stagnation, just pure love. And the devil's in the background. So be very, I mean, like we said, the truth shall set you free, but the devil knows that you're in your truth, okay? And that no matter what illusions they try to play on you, you see right through it, okay? So that is the message, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.